Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel 4, where we're so close to Ordis now as we infiltrate it to find out who are the people under house arrest, who has been captive with a trial chest horribly left behind because it requires 4 people and we don't have the exact 4 people. We'll be able to come back here and scan it all one day, I'm sure. We move onwards, further down the way, with no charge, oh no, and an evil sheep in my path.
Now's our chance.
Let's shoot it in the butt and keep on going because there's not much more for us to get through.
Let's go! Raging fire formation!
Yeah.
Get back! Now!
I wonder if they'll ever remove that.
Ready.
Get it, Macius.
Take this!
Got it.
Got it.
Now!
An opening!
It's my turn.
Muse's definitely got the finisher. Magic weapon and all.
Good work, everyone.
I need to move the mic a slight bit. It's blocking my screen. I'm screaming into it that close. Alright then. Seems to be no more goodies, it's just a straight set. And after our long walk down the highway, it looks like we now start off with the good stuff, in a sense. Swap in.
Switch with me!
I'll handle it.
Good old Milliam. And weak to pretty much everything after all.
Arcus, activate. Yeah!
Switch with
I'm
me, keep me warm.
Let's go! Raging fire formation! It's my turn! Get back!
Get him!
It's down!
It's mine!
I'll be a finisher.
This is the end!
Milliam, did I say Milliam?
Got it.
Well, it's because I miss Milliam so much.
Yeah.
I knew that was a miss.
Weak. Ugh. Threat eliminated. Sheesh.
He's so bored of combat now. Like, no monsters. Psh, can I do bracer activities? Like, the important world-saving stuff? God, I signed on for that. Here we are. I'm all military police. So they really have moved into Ordis. Not surprising with my dad here. They're probably stationed at the other entrances of the city as well. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us then. How's your acting, Reen? We're about to find out, I guess, but we've got to be careful. Ash, Macius, you should probably disguise yourselves just in case. Okay, not Muse, who's literally, you know, Mildine, you know. Huh? Okay, but you guys are nuts. Do you think Reen will see Ash's really good disguise? Oh, even more so there. What right there? What business do you have in Ordis? Don't get much foot traffic these days. Let's see your papers. Wait, we seriously need IDs to get in. He's just put the glasses on again. I guess he's got a different hair colour now. No way, walked away here from Raquel and everything. The train schedule's all messed up too. No glasses, they just gave each other the glasses. That's not going to make going home to to get our papers get any easier. It's just look at their disguises, it's terrible. I just wanted one look at the famous port city before I got shipped off to the front lines. Oh, you boys are soldiers. I thought I heard something about the recruits getting a couple of days of pre-deployment leave. Yeah, man, and we're on our last one. You're not seriously going to make us turn around and walk all the way back, are you? It's really a shame. I thought Ordis would have been the perfect place to make one last romantic memory of my fiancé before he went off to war. Hey. Oh, alright. We'll just make an exception, just this once. For real. For real. We got our orders from Director Regulus himself, and he wants us to give our full cooperation to the brave new recruits fighting for the Empire. Who knows, maybe a little R&R is just what you need to refresh yourself for the battles to come. I hope so. Thank you. We really appreciate it. We owe ya. Big time. Muse, always seeing an opening. Man, she's so good at this. How do they not question Reen's appearances? How do they not... Like, the other thing is, everyone in our group looks all incredibly protagonisty / stylish. We look just like not normal people. Compared to the rest of the normal people. If any group sticks out like a sore thumb...
Back home at last.
It's our first time back here since our field exercises. Yeah, I got to hand it to you guys this time. Not bad, Schwarzer. Armbrust and regnants too. Well, I did carry out some infiltration tasks back when I was taking orders from the Erebonian government. Should have brought Emma. And my professional duties as an inspector do occasionally include infiltration operations. Wow, Muse, you've really got a knack for this kind of business, huh? Well, when you've got a gift, we should learn a thing or two. Still, it seems like things have changed quite a bit since we were last here. Let's start by surveying the city and picking up any info we can on the captive force personnel and VIP. You got it. Also, I'd imagine one of the worst places to go at the moment would be into Kleist Mall, considering we just had that bust up with WADs. It was not too long ago. You know, I was somewhat apprehensive about being assigned here, given Ordis' noble faction connection and all. The governor carries the full burden of it all, from acting as a bridge with the nobles to coming up with political measures. When I think about what he's been going through, it makes me think that I gotta step it up with my own job. I wasn't being assigned to Ordis, but I think about... I feel like I gotta do what I can do. Okay, no real extra dialogue. Who has double dialogue? Who does not? Huh. Finally, Ordis! I'm a merchant in a neighbouring town, but I always order my wares from Ordis. This railway restriction is choking us. We've got a good shortage, so I'm here in Ordis to make my purchases directly. Awful time to be a merchant, but we have to make the best of it, I guess. By the way, there's all kinds of rumours among the merchants regarding Riviera Court. It's a pretty famous spot. Did something terrible happen to it, or what? What's got to do with it? Each family is deploying soldiers and contributing financially to the war with Calvert. They may be cooperating with the government's orders, but I doubt they do so with any joy in their hearts. There's a feeling in the air that we're moving closer towards war. Things will only be more unstable moving forward. So they've decided to turn Riviera Court into another conscription office. People have loved that place for decades, not to mention the employees. It's just a shame. The government's word is absolute, and I never waver from it, but this one is a little hard to take, that's all. Wow, that's definitely Kleist. Definitely Kleist did that. Definitely Kleist made that happen. The employees who used to work there must really be struggling by now. In the end, though, following orders is the only road I got. Still, it does make you wonder if there aren't better ways to go about things. Wow! Shifty gits. That's what they are. As Claw subs up for the 37th month. Thank you very much. I do approve of the war against Calvert. However, all the nobles being swept up in a mania over it does concern me. Of course I'm having fun playing. Trails. I don't let's play a game unless I'm going to have fun doing it. That would be an exercise in futility, especially a game with long as Trails, wouldn't it? It'd be terrible. Just imagine, like, let's playing a game you hate that also lasts for 120 hours. Well, my draft card finally came. I was hoping to do a bit of shopping to take my mind off of things, but it looks like Riviera's Court's in a rough spot at the moment. Ever since I started hearing the rumours about Glycine, I've been cutting down my visits. Regardless, these prices are just too high. How can I have fun shopping if I can't even purchase the goods? Shopping was my only true love. What the heck do I do now? Shopping? I mean, arts and crafts? Make the stuff you want? Pity, shopping was the only thing that I really love doing, but now it just sucks no matter where you go. If just being conscripted already has me like this, how will it be on an actual battlefield? Wow, okay, you can't shop on a battlefield, I'd like to point out. What were you planning to do then? Oh, can't talk from that angle. It's Count Richmond. Still have yet to recover the assets you lost during the Civil War, correct? How pitiful. To think such a supposedly great investor as yourself can't even manage this much. Who are you to talk, Richmond? I heard you lost half your assets in the Ballard incident. For you to be talking like that, you must have more capital than I do, let's put aside such trite matters and look to the future. Naturally, that accursed national mobilization law has caused many of my operations to collapse. Let us join forces, Count Richmond, just this one time. Very well, I offer you a fresh start. Let's wash away any quarrels we may have once had. If you and I join forces, we will feast on all the market has to offer. That we will. The Calvert crash 5 years ago proved to be lucrative to the tune of over 100 million mirror, if memory serves. And today is a celebration of our future success and riches. Surely such an occasion calls for a bottle of special grade Steinrose. Ha ha ha! As lavish as ever, eh? That's Count Gorty of the Quadrilogy province. It seems he's decided to stop by Ordis and to spend time with Count Richmond, a famous investor no less. That was an interesting conversation to witness. Right, the atmosphere makes me not want to get anywhere near them though. Well, we did handle some requests back in our students' days, but with things looking as they do, I think it's better to stay uninvolved. Aha! Today we toast to our alliance! Something tells me like Mildeen is now going to run them dry in the background, because she knows. I must say, Richmond, we may have our history, but I do consider you to be a top-class investor. Let us pool our abilities for this operations that we may both profit. I mean, you look the same, so... team up. We look the same, let's team up! Welcome to Hotel Hortensia. In the past, we would host a great number of guests who would come to visit our lovely Ordis. Recently, though, our customer base has shifted towards nobles who prefer to use our hotel for discussions and informational exchanges. These changes do leave me with some sadness, but these are the times we live in. Our establishment has recently seen a rise in guests who elect to use the premises to hold discussions and exchange information. I must say, they will have such dark expressions. I mean, I'd imagine those guys are curse taken no matter what. There are those from the eastern side of the Empire who have fled to Ordis in an effort to escape the chaos and damage of war. Perhaps it's a case of excessive worry, but not an unsound decision. Ordis is the city furthest from the fighting. The city is also home to Uno Naval Fortress, which houses the 3rd Armoured Division. Their presence does indeed make one feel safe. There are those from the eastern side of the Empire who have fled to Ordis in an effort to escape the chaos and damage of war. Same thing. Okay, cool. Thank you. Anyone else? Who's got the book? We haven't had a book in so long. I mean, checking the shops would be the first port of call. According to the customers, Marcus High Arms is putting some distance between himself and the government, talking up to the pride of the 4 great houses not allowing him to work with them. It's a little late for that, don't you agree? Could he perhaps be involved with that rumoured Weissland army? Weissland! Or he may be planning to just remain neutral to the entire time. He is known to be a member of the moderate faction after all. At any rate, that's a conversation that has nothing to do with me. You heard a lot though. That's why Marcus High Arms is putting distance between himself and the government. It's completely possible that it's an effort to show support for the Weissland army. And that's just speculation. She knows a lot. My family has worked in the maritime transportation industry for generations, but sea voyages are no longer possible, nor is our ability to maintain our finances. My husband's running around everywhere asking contacts for whatever he can. I just hope that it all leads to something. Looks like my husband's headed to the church at the moment to speak with Marcus Reagan. I just hope that all of this leads to something tangible. What kind of tange? That room over here is massive. One maid to do it. The Falcom diary. Do you have business with the Count? He should be out front in the conference area. I'm sure he's discussing another crooked get-rich scheme. How very like him. He should be out front in the conference area. I'm sure he's discussing another crooked get-rich scheme. Yeah, I couldn't be less interested. Those non-translated names of books that we haven't actually seen before. Shukai no Benken. Kazageko. Can't even see that the second word there. I wonder what the translations of those are. Maybe assets that weren't replaced, I don't know. So our naval fortress training is over. Looks like we're finally going to receive our assignments as new conscripts. Yeah, first they sent operatives into our country, and then they tried to assassinate the Emperor. Yeah, I got the word in the end. How stupid can a country be to mock Erebonia? We're going to teach Cal a lesson they won't forget. We have that new model too. Not even going to be a fight. We'll be sure to pulverize them. Couldn't have said it better, my man. Bunch of weasels. That's what they are. I can't wait to see the look on their faces. What the Curseborn model that suddenly turns people into weirdos. Erebonia has always possessed clear military superiority over its neighbours. If the Empire reaches its full power, then Calvin won't last a second, I reckon. We were conscripted from nearby towns, and now we're all here receiving our assignments. This is great! I'll teach those coward fools a lesson they won't forget, using my own 2 hands. Really though? Completely cursed? Welcome, welcome. Are you here for some ice cream too? I used to just run a food cart in summer. I wanted my ice cream to bring smiles to people's faces. That was what got me started. Pick up a scoop to pick up your spirits, don't you agree? You know, I think this was the ice cream that we had when we were in the city for field studies. And I'll never forget your gentle gaze then, instructor. Hey, why don't you take the opportunity to treat me to a cone? Excellent suggestion, Ash. I'll be sure to give it some real consideration. I heard the Millium ordered 5 scoops here once. I wouldn't mind trying some. Don't try to carry around. Also, just buy Ash the blue and ice cream. Don't just, you know, tomato. Ugh. Tomato flavored gelato. We can try the recommended dish. Yeah. Today's so scorchers, you simply must try some frozen goodness to cool down. Each and every flavour is an absolute delight. Your faces will be frozen in smiles. You should have given it to him. Parfait du tomatonio. I like that one. That must be the better version, obviously. Tomato, gelato. Anyone want to try some for real? Oh, where's this on? Oh, what? There's a space. Uh-oh. There's a space.
I hope it turns out well.
Elliot, how good are you making gelatos?
Oh, this looks really good.
You made the tomatonio gelato. Emma, you make good ice cream.
Let's begin. Not bad.
You failed.
Let's give this a try. I'm quite proud of this.
Macius is one. He didn't understand the whole idea of a dessert in that sense, so he made it into a drink. It's a tomato shake. Nummy. Yes.
Let's do this.
Tomato shake.
This is,
I mean, I consider it all to be a scary sorbet, but still. Another list completed. Let's go into Class Small and hope no one who knows this is there. Is it really when you say though? No, but... yeah, but no. Dropped by to see if I could maybe find something interesting to read. So did I! Nothing just like I thought. Falcom in the provincial army. He was recently called up by the government, so he's set to depart soon. I do understand that it's for an important cause, but he's the only father I've got. I don't want to lose him. I was going to be departing soon. I wanted to grab something to read and take my mind off things. Sell me a book. You can't walk an arch these days without hearing someone whining. Wah, shortages. Wah, war. Seriously, cry me a river. Sells around here, perfectly fine. And it's obvious why, right? You need to act quick and stock up on stuff that other places miss out on. Keeping an eye on Clyde's circulation has been a real win for me. She's hoarding. She's one of them. Some places are slightly running out of toilet paper. Suddenly, a garage full of toilet paper and tries to sell it and can. I've been keeping an eye on Clyde's circulation for a while now. This move was totally the right call. I hope she gets that messed up as well, but... Found a book! If you say goodbye. Do I, though? I don't know. Part 2. I should probably buy the Proverbs as well. I have small monies. We have a book. Should we read it at the end of the first hour? Maybe we'll find another book. My employer absolutely detests the idea of financially contributing to Heimdall and says I should shop at Class Mall. But look how Riviera Court ended up. That's simply the state of things, and there's nothing I can do about it. As a maid, I always need to prepare quality meals. There's no room for complaints about where I shop when that's my job. Outside of Class Mall, prices are rising everywhere. Plus, items are running scarce no matter where you go. As things currently stand, I simply don't have the ability to pay attention to my employees' preferences. I should just take a step back. Everyone's like, story time! Are those at Riviera Court going to be alright? Without connections like Glycine, procuring stock must be a nightmare for them right now. But it's not as if I'm concerned about them or anything, you see. We'll show them our true abilities and crush them one day. We're about to find out what happened to Riviera Court. Let's chill our hooves, because we're horses now. I've been through a lot because of those nobles. Since the moment I joined Glycine & Co, it's been my personal mission to bury Riviera Court. Now things are shaping up. Not only will we come out on top, but it'll be an overwhelming victory in our favour. Will it now? A cinnamon Pecky. Which we can't buy for Becky, because Becky's nowhere around. Still haven't found her. Hey, Herman. Hey, shoot guys. The force group, if I'm not mistaken. It's okay for you to be here. Well, that's what we were wondering. Yes, more or less. If I remember right, this guy was one of the 2 involved in the slander attack on Riviera Court that happened during our special ops mission. Wasn't he the one on the motorbike? Well, it looks like he's working under Hugo at the moment. You were worried about us? How sweet. It looks like you've become a store manager. Yeah, Dr. Hugo assigned me here. The previous manager was quit suddenly, saying that he was pursuing other business ventures. Oh, you're a manager now? Rumor has it he's changed beyond recognition, raking in ridiculous profits all around the continent and operating at increased capacity. That's the extent of what I've heard, though. Maybe he won't even be back. Who knows? Oh, I see. That must be quite a problem for Hugo, too. We're gonna be fine, but you guys try to keep a low profile, you hear me? I already made this clear to her, but if I receive orders from higher up, then I gotta take the government side, alright? There's something weird about the IDF. You don't want to attract their attention. If you do something stupid and get yourselves in deep, well, don't say I didn't warn you. Great, cool, awesome, thanks. I think I know what's going on here. I think I always managed to turn a profit, even in the light of the current situation, since we've got strong ties to the government. Lower prices than anywhere else. I do think it's pretty nasty for business to be so cutthroat right now, but I'm sure there's a silver lining to it somewhere if you look hard enough. But Hugo's made me the store manager while Wads has gone off to do his own thing. Why am I, of all people, stuck doing this crap? What's a better come brat Prono? He's been acting strangely for a while even before he left though. Why did he screwed off to her? You do realise that you being a manager is a pretty good upgrade. Oh, Owl, you're not staying for story time. Thank you for the cheer. See you later. See you Wednesday. See you still in 2020 in a sense. Though this episode is still just about 2022. There's been an uptick in weapon sales lately. It's made for good sales figures, but I feel rather conflicted about it really. Things seem to be selling better and better the more lethal they are. Given everything that's happening, there's not a lot to be done, is there? Not a lot we can do, but I still feel rather conflicted about it. The shop usually uses airship for its shipment. That's how we can offer our very specialty ultra high-speed services. The airport's been commandeered by the military, so those services have been temporarily suspended. I'm very sorry. If once we're here, we might have been able to push the matter a little more. I suppose there's not much we can do now. Maybe not. A Cyphergraph. Precise and sturdy watch featuring a brand new design can be gifted to Machias without traveling to everyone back at the base. It's a Cyphergraph. A rider jacket. I mean, it might look cool. With outlaw colour. A bike colour for an outlaw? That's a bike colour. Hint, hint. I'll buy one rider jacket, but I'm not putting it on because it's basically got no defense. In the meantime, all my gear is upgraded here, so no one is missing anything, I don't think. That is in my party anyway. So weaponry-wise, we're not too bad there. Dual armor is worse than what was offered in the Merkaba. So in terms of gear, we're actually doing very well. We're getting a bike soon! Otherwise there wouldn't be a bike colour, would there? Oh yeah, I better give Machias that present now. Before I forget you! Not Slipknot here. Cyphergraph we gave to Machias. Durable metal watch. You're really giving this to me. Looks fairly expensive. Yeah, you've helped me out so much at every turn, Machias. Giving you a small gift like this is the least I can do. By the way, it's the newest model, boasting excellent accuracy. I thought it might come in handy in your work. Definitely, a reliable watch will be great to have. Thank you. Plus, it's got a pretty nice design to it too. I'll be more than happy to wear it. I'm going to reciprocate with a gift of my own at some point, though. I feel bad otherwise. Sure, if you want. Our bonding has gone up. Max's strength and defense increased by 15. And Reen's has gone up too. You've warmed the bench exceptionally, no? He's the star now, don't you know? He says with the entire
That's
female party.
Riviera Court, right? Yeah. Ferris is the manager there.
I bet things get quite hectic for her.
Well, let's find out what's going on. Drugstore Hereford. It's the worst place. What's going on? It looks like everything's been packed up for some reason. They're closing up shop or something. Hey! Oh, everyone! What? Does he know? Does he not? I'm confused now. We're about to find out. Oh, everyone! Reed and everyone else! I'm so happy we're able to see each other again. Vincent, and her behavior's a little too friendly. Who is she? Wait, hold on a second. I feel like I've seen her before.
In addition to Schwarzer, it is a most fortuitous blessing to see you among us once more.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to face any of you after everything I've done and all. And Lady Mildine, or would you prefer Musée instead? Musée is indeed preferable, thank you. Good to see you, Vincent. And Margarita. You forgot my name? That's so mean, Reen. Well, it's certainly been a while, everyone. No, it's not that we forgot your name, Margarita. You just look really different now. I didn't recognize you at first. It's perfectly understandable to be caught a little off guard. So Vincent knows. Ace! I'm not quite used to it myself, and we're dating, I suppose. My man, my lady. Yes. It happened. Oh, isn't it cute how embarrassed he gets? Damn, is this really happening? That's so great. Congratulations, you two. Hey, sure emphasized, I suppose. What? What happened? What's going on here? Vincent was always hiding from Margarita back when we were all students. Must have been quite a journey, but it looks like the relationship is progressing nicely. In any case, I've been speaking with some of the other alumni, and I'm hearing some significant chatter. We have much to discuss. Your reason for coming to Ordis, for example. But our hands are full at the moment. Riviera Court has no future whatsoever if that certain something isn't found. What happened? What's going on with Ferris is worrying, but it looks like the issue here is more pressing. As explained, the specifics could take hours. Hours later. Well, basically, Riviera Court's been commandeered by the army, right? That's correct. The notice from the Imperial Army arrived about a week ago. It orders us to vacate the premises so they can turn it into a conscription office. We had to scramble to find a new location. Somehow we managed to borrow an office from the Harbour Union. We've got into overdrive preparing for the move. But the permit for opening the new location could not be found today, the very day we were to move. If we don't have that in hand, then we cannot operate, even if we make the physical move. Every last employee is running around trying to find it. Damn, talk about stressful. No wonder you all look so down in the dumps. The multiple locations of the store have been searched down to every last corner. But despite our thoroughness, we still haven't found it. It's not a thought that I enjoy entertaining, but it is possible that the permit was stolen. If that's true, then the situation is grave indeed. By the way, wasn't the manager of the store... Yes, my sister Ferris was once the manager. After the incident in Heimdall, she disappeared without a trace. There hasn't even been word as to whether she's alive or not. I've taken over management in her absence. Well, this is Ferris we're talking about. I'm sure she's fine. Why, thanks, Schwarzer. I choose to believe that as well. But for now, we need that permit. If we do not find it, Riviera Court will be finished. Our clientele, Ferris... How could I face him if that happened? I couldn't live with myself. Yes, we simply must find it. They could probably use our help too. Vincent, we can help you out if you'd like. What do you think? That's right, as fellow alumni of Force, we can't just ignore this. So it ended up like this after all. You busybodies sure like sticking your nose in other people's business, huh? I don't know what to say. Then don't say anything. We'll take a little look around the place. We'll help search for your permit, and maybe we'll pick up some intel on what's going on while we're at it. Thank you all so much. This really means a lot to us. It would be great if you take a quick look around the premises. We're counting on you all. But this isn't the information we want. The information we want is the suppose. Riviera Runaround. So, anyway, are you working with Vincent? But of course. And not just right now. The two of us have been spending a lot of time together. Even outside of the Ferris situation, any member of a family, as esteemed as the Florals, faces no shortages of challenge. I want to be his dedicated nutritionist to take his dietary concerns off his plate, but alas, Vincent refused. It's such a shame. I'm holding on to a secret spice that was guaranteed to deepen our love. Yeah, shame. That miracle seasoning must be behind your transformation too. What is it? It's a diarrhea. That's what it is. It's a spice that just makes you poop. Not a diuretic, that's for weeing. What's the other one? Laxative, there we go. I've arranged to have the packages sent to the store's new location, the Harbour District checked, but given that I've yet to receive any word, it would seem that the permit has yet to be found. I simply will not do. Our fellow house deserves better. Our fellow houses. Ah yes, Riviera Court is co-owned by several noble families, is it not? Indeed, or rather it was. At the moment, House Florida has been granted full authority in the hopes that we may right the ship, managerially speaking. It is no easy task, I assure you. Nevertheless, something must be done. As much as I am loath to rob you of your time with those individuals, may I trust that I'll have your assistance in this matter? I'm not sure what he means by those individuals, but of course, wrap it out. Oh, I can give her kisses.
Oh my! Thank you ever so much!
Yeah, just digging right away. We changed her! My, what a fascinating dish! Use it. That is precisely the sort of adventurous flavour I'm looking for. I can hardly wait to sample whatever you bring me next.
Oh! Thank you ever so much!
She's changed. Why, what a captivating dish! It's precisely the sort of adventurous flavour I'm looking for. I can hardly wait to sample whatever you bring me next. It just happened on the spot.
Oh! Thank you ever so much! Oh, you simply must let me reward you!
Give it to Vincent. Right, vitality dropped some new materials. I didn't think we'd literally change it right then and then. What a delectable thing. I can feel the inspiration building within me. I simply can't wait to sample what you bring me next, but I've got loads more when that comes from. Yeah, have some infernal demon noodles.
Oh! Thank you ever so much!
Right, let's keep spamming them pitch black syrup.
Oh! Thank you ever so much!
Adamantine rice.
Oh!
Another reward, vitality dropped times 2 and new material times 2. God, we got so much to give her. I actually forgot that we can give this stuff to her, so when it came up on the menu, it was like, oh, okay. Here's magic tart.
Oh! Thank you ever so much!
Pale white rice.
Oh! Thank you ever so much!
And scary sorbet.
Oh!
We actually got another reward, vitality dropped times 3 and new material times 3 as well. Well, we gave you an absolute ton of stuff. I think the staff must all be tired. As this continues, people are going to start collapsing of exhaustion. Maybe I'll prepare a special dish to relieve their fatigue. You've just ate all the special dishes. I can't believe we changed her character model by feeding her. I will do all I can from here, but I eagerly await your team's findings, Schwarzer. Well, that was interesting. What's going on at the drugstore? We recently finished replacing the banner outside, so we've almost finished preparing to move to the new location, but with all these procedures to go through, combined with contacting our customers, things have been very hectic lately. The thought of leaving all this history behind is sad, but we've been so slammed with work that I haven't even had time to reminisce. Everything is changing in preparation for the war. It's a brutal time we're living in, my friends. Time is ticking down, but we still have so much to do before we can move. I hate to ask, but could you please help out with the permit? I'm begging you! I'm working on it. I'm just talking to you first. We packed up the inventory chart that was in this counter, and it looks like everything's been wiped down. Excellent. I just keep finding more and more things that I was supposed to pack. I'm doing a final check to make sure it's all here right now. To be honest with you, these endless all-nighters have turned my brain into mush. However, it is coming into work for me, so I gotta make sure that I at least take care of my own bit. I still have to go through these boxes and separate what goes to the shop and what goes to the warehouse. Ultimately, we can't get started until we've got that permit in hand, but I'm busy with the moving preparations anyway. So our first location to check seems to be this. The register, huh? If there really was a thief, I imagine they head straight for the mirror. Let me take a look. Or examine the register lock. Doesn't look like anyone forced it open or anything. You sure picked up once you got your hands on the register, Crow. I can't place it, but there's something different about you today. That's no big deal, alright? This is the first time I've done something like this since I was at Fours. It feels a little unreal, that's all. I mean, you did do the test for us, basically. There's something out there. I put the permit inside the cabinet along with some other important documents. It was still there until last night, I'm sure of it. But when I checked this morning, both the permit and the relocation notice were gone. I lost the relocation notice too. Damn, this is real messy, isn't it? If they went for the letter, well, the only party I can imagine doing this is Glycine & Co. And here I was thinking of our rivalry as a fun, healthy one. Why would they do something that would clearly cause them to be hated? I think it's a little premature to jump to conclusions like that since we don't have enough evidence. There's a lot here that bothers me. Let's keep searching. Why choose us rather than Clyce Mall? Must be our noble faction status. We've still got the issue with the permit to worry about. We really don't need someone trying to pull one over on us as well. I don't even understand why you need a whole building for it. I remember checking to make sure that the permit wasn't lost between documents or anything. It's actually my 5th time going through the same piles. Yeah, it's lost. Is it the window? It is the window. Forced entry? That window. If a thief really did sneak in, it'd have to be through the entryway or window around here. Yeah, what if they were here? They don't seem to have left any trace behind. No signs of forced entry at the door either. If someone broke in, it must have been a master thief, or... There never was a burglary to begin with, right? Let's go check out some other areas. I think we checked everywhere, haven't we? Oh. Oh, what's... That's my desk where I take care of my paperwork. I'm terribly sorry for the mess. I was in a hurry this morning and everything is still splayed out on the desk. Hey, isn't this the relocation notice in the trash pile? I thought the relocation notice and the permit were lost together, but... Yeah, what the hell, man? You just left one out here like this. What? I thought I sent them all out already. What happened? Actually, I realized this morning that I forgot to mail some of the paperwork for the move. I removed the relocation notice from the cabinet and sent it all together. I was very rushed. If it's still here, then perhaps... Then maybe you screwed up which papers you were supposed to send out, yeah? Yes, that does seem to be the case, doesn't it? I have no excuse for my oversight. I'm so sorry. You're always so diligent, Hereford. A simple mistake like this isn't like you. So the document that you mistakenly sent out was the permit then? It's highly possible. When we looked around the store, we couldn't find any traces of a thief. The only explanation is that one of your employees made a mistake, like what should or shouldn't have been sent out, for example. You were very thorough, weren't you? Wow, how... Did she go to the toilet quickly? Hearing this, your theory does seem on the mark. So we can expect the permit to have been sent to the party the relocation notice was addressed to. Yes, we were very thorough, and so was she. Yes, the address was Lord Gowton's estate in the Noble District. Let's head there immediately. Good idea. Please wait a little longer. I'm counting on you, Schwarzer. So we're heading out. Further than here. The Noble District is this way. If I remember correctly. Hey, Dr. Sneezemore. I don't get questions wrong. I'm practically perfect in every way, I'll have you know. Full-scale War of Calvin. That's a wonderful opportunity for us. If you look back at our history, Erebonia's nobles were most noted for their military accomplishment. If we nobles rack up great deeds during the war, we can show the government what for. We may even see our family name restored to its past glory. My son came around to my line of thinking, so I had to sign him up. He'll get it done. He'll get it done. Well, that war sounds pretty fine to me. That son of mine better come back with some military honors to his name. You know, could you think about maybe his life? Just a bit. Contributing large sums to the war effort is what's in vogue in high society right now. It's in vogue. Topics like so-and-so's family has contributed so many millions, or that family's not being outdone either. A strange trend, don't you think? I mean, until recently, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing somebody trashing the government's policies. It became a trend in Heimdall after the declaration of war too. It could be the influence of the curse, but it seems like that's not the only factor at play here. Probably got our good pals the intelligence division to thank for that. Manipulating public opinion is kind of their thing. I had a feeling there was some weird shit going on here. Sitting around here ain't gonna accomplish jack. Let's hurry up and get going. Right. Contributing large sums to the war effort is what's in vogue. Say that. I mean, I do understand not wanting to permit this conduct of Calvert's, but am I the only one who thinks something strange is going on? But some people still. After all, the curse seems to be affecting men more than women. Gender bias much. Mainly, of course, because they seem to have a policy of males in the military and women not. But how does that work? There are obviously women in the military, but it does seem like men are more on the front lines, just from what we've seen from things. But then you've got General earlier. So how is their army, their military actually structured in returns to that? In terms of that? I do wonder. The ore mined on our land is going to be requisitioned, and they've been pestering me about handing over the grain stores too. The demands from the government get worse with every passing day. Should I side with the White Sun Army instead? No, the government must have spies on me already. What do you think I should do? Why are you asking me? What do you mean, why? You were right when I was trying to decide whether to side with Lord Ballard, remember? What are you talking about? You're the head of a noble house. Try acting like one for once. Oosh. Why are you getting mad? You're supposed to be the one leading the Galton family. You can't come to me for every little thing. You can't just look to others to solve all of your problems. You need to think for yourself. Maybe that's the thing. Women in military careers, they go into actual more specialist things, like being bracers, because they think more. And men just want to be in a chain of command. Maybe it's that. Just when I thought he'd learned about the Imperial Provincial Council, he's still the same as always. What is he thinking, relying on others to make decisions for him when he's supposed to be leading people? It's my duty as his wife to support him, not to make his decisions for him. He'd best not be misunderstanding that. My wife got mad at me again. This is how it always is. And I really wanted to know what she thought about all this too. Can I do something this difficult on my own? What do I do now? There's a guy who wants support from his wife. I feel sorry for him. My wife got mad at me again. This is how it always is. And I really want to know what she thought about all this too. Well, the butler here is who I need to speak to. This must be Lord Galton's butler. Excuse me, can I bother you? How can I help you? Marine asked whether the letter from Riviera Court arrived. You must be talking about the letter we received recently. Honestly, I cannot say I was thrilled over the contents of that letter. What did it say? Butler Oliver handed over a letter. What the hell is this? This ain't a relocation notice, it's just business stuff. All that's in it is operating profits and orders they made for after the move. That is correct. It seems that it was addressed to a store name called Glycine's flower shop. I do suppose anyone could be liable to make a mistake, but it feels relatively rude to my master. He has been a patron for many years. We're really sorry. This is the right one. Green hands over the relocation notice addressed to Lord Galton. Well, thank you very much. I don't think that would be another mistake. Maybe the florist had the permit then. It's possible. Glycine's flower shop is on the North Road. Let's go take a look. Hey, Oliver. It feels like Mummy and Daddy are always fighting lately. I keep telling them to get along, but they just ignore me. Oh no, you have it wrong, Miss Lilibelle. They're not fighting. That's just a special way Mummies and Daddies show affection. I don't get it. Oh dear, I've only confused you, haven't I? You see, these are very difficult times. Your parents are under a lot of stress. How about we give them some space? Okay, I guess. Miss Lilibelle is getting sharp by the day. Not much is going to get past her. I must remain here and support her. But Miss Lilibelle is growing up so fast. It makes me weep. All I can do is watch over her as she continues to grow. You can have a loyal butler. Or a creepy butler, depending on how you look at it. Mummy and Daddy have been cranky all day. I wonder if there's something I can do. I wish there was something I could do, but even when we do quests for you, it doesn't seem to help. Right, so we'll leave the Noble District with this much explored, and we'll continue with the quest line for now, which is it's a good line, saying we still got most of the place to explore after all. And then we'll head down from here. Give them space, Sepith. No, that's mine! Can't take that away from me. Gonna focus on getting this quest done, I think. Oh, there's a sub-event as well as a quest event. Of course, the sub-event would involve Musée, by the look of it. Everything costs so much now. It was getting to be just unbearable until the ration system come along. Now we can all relax a bit. Remember how the Imperial government leapt right into action, timing the rations perfectly with those sudden price jumps. How splendid! The rations cover just the items we need, from eggs to vegetables. But the governor truly understands how the common person lives. True, the system has saved us a lot of stress. Still, it's a conscription you're worried about, right? They'll round up just about anyone these days. It's a right shame what the world's coming to. So after the Civil War comes the Great Battle of Calvard. I did have the notion that a war with Calvard would come one day. But I never once thought that it'd be within my lifetime. From the look of things, just about every household in the area has been subjected to conscription. I can't stop worrying. What will I do if my Angelo gets sent out to the front? I've got to keep it together. If I let my anxiety get the better of me, Luca and Angelo will surely pick up on it and get just as stressed out. Oh no. Poor Luca and Angelo. Let's at least do the same thing up to the point of the event. Angelo's usually so busy he can only come home every couple of months, but now he says he's staying here for good. There's no work for him to do, so he's been looking pretty sad, but I'm just happy we can spend more time together. brother's back. I'm so excited. The motion ships I used to be on has been put under some major restrictions. We're completely out of commission now. They've got conscripted all the other sailors manning it, so my notice is just around the corner. Thinking about it just fills me with endless dread. But the mood at home has been so cheerful lately. I should get in as much quality time with Luca as I can. With the international routes being temporarily frozen, work has really dried up. I'm going to try and think of this as just the chance I needed to spend some quality time with Luca. I mean, everyone wants to spend quality time with Luca for ZR. Definitely. Hot guy. Down we go. To the flower shop. Prices just keep climbing and climbing. Who knows if we'll be able to keep making ends meet at this rate. I don't know what we would have done if Governor Reagan hadn't started up a ration system for us. It's helped things run a whole lot smoother than before. And it looks like the ration system is going to start up in other areas too. This Imperial Governor sure can get things done. Should mix him with a tomato. We all can rest a lot more easy thanks to this ration system. That Governor Regnich guy sure knows to get things done. Nothing extra than that, eh? What's up, Monique? I'm an official part of the flower shop now. Sort of. It'll be just a few hours after Sunday school, but still, I'm going to absorb it all. I want to make bouquets just as lovely as Miss Glycine's. No double talk. Right, let's find out about this letter. Lady Muse, is that you? We've been worried sick. You'd up and vanished without a trace. It's been too long, Glycine. I'm so sorry for worrying you all. Well, as long as you're safe and in good health, that's all we can ask for. Looks like it's been pretty stressful for everyone back at the house as well. All of North Street's been watching over you since you were a little girl. We'll always be here for you. And I'm ever so grateful. I actually have something that I'd like to ask. Muse asked if the florist had received a letter from Riviera Court. Ah, you must be referring to the invitation I got. To be honest with you, that's something that I'm a little stuck on. Glycine pretended Muse gave a piece of paper. This is addressed to Class Mall, and all it says is details are as per our earlier discussion. If this is some matters of business, I'll do what I can, but I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I'm not even sure what to say to the folks at Riviera Court about this. Oh, this has all been one big misunderstanding. This is the invitation meant for you. Muse handed over the letter invitation addressed to Glycine's flower shop. Thanks, my lady. Sorry for the hassle. Don't even mention it. This kind of screw up could put a real dent in Riviera Court's reputation for a while. Yeah, that's for sure. At any rate, we should head over to the business district and drop by Class Mall, right? Well, sounds just like the right time to find that permit. Off we go then. Something's come up at the Eaglet's residence. It's hard to bear all the talk that's been going on. Oh? But an extravagant bouquet heals the soul, you know. Don't be shy to take a close look. What? Uh-oh. Could they be having some kind of censure? Because who they family with? Uh-oh. Well, we can't check it out yet. We're doing the quest. To Kleist. Sounds like something bad has happened, doesn't it? Oh, you guys are back again. Yeah, there's actually something that I wanted to ask. Reen asked if the mail or the mall had received a letter from Riviera Court. Oh yeah, we did get something like that. I heard the move was a done deal, so I just assumed it was an invite to the grand reopening. I haven't even opened the envelope yet. Hold on a sec, I'll bring it over. Wait, this ain't no invite. It's a permit for opening a new store. Exactly like we thought. The sudden move must have left them absolutely wrecked. Sheesh, what the hell are they doing? Messing up with something this small when our dirty tricks couldn't even trip them up. Yeah, I guess. Only gave Reen the permit. You could have just waited. And you literally got it delivered to your hand. You could have done dirty things with that. Thanks, Herman. We finally got the permit in hand. Just a stone's throw from Riviera Court, no less. I guess it can be hard to see what's right under your nose sometimes, huh? Yeah, you said it. Should we get back to Riviera Court now? We probably should. Oh, we're going straight back. So the permit was actually sent to the Class Mall. It must have been quite troublesome for those who mistakenly received the permit. I cannot apologise enough. The full responsibility of this error lies with me. I will bear it entirely, even if it costs me my position. Well, wait a second. Sending the relocation notice was originally my task to handle. It was because I was tired, so I asked you to take care of it for me, Hereford. This is actually all my fault. No, if that's how it is, then I'm to blame for not noticing what was being sent out. No, none of you were to blame. Our eviction order came so quickly and you will be working non-stop preparing for the move. The blame lies with me for not being properly considerate of you all, despite how exhausted you must be. All's well that ends well. My thanks to all of you. You've really saved us here. It's true, I can't thank you enough. For how things were looking, I thought I'd never be able to face Ferris again. I'm just glad the permit was recovered in the end. It's a pretty serious mistake. To be honest, I'm not sure I can imagine anyone making this kind of mistake, no matter how busy they are. Do you think it was the curse? I guess we'll just have to shelve that matter for now. Well, we need to keep working on our preparations for the move. Please forgive me, I cannot thank you properly at the moment. Don't let it bother you. We can't let things end like this, can we? We'll help out, right up until the move. Oh, for crying out loud, did you forget what our real objective is? Well, this is just another one of Instructor Reen's fantastic qualities after all. Oh my, I am completely at a loss for words. We'll definitely take you up on your offer. God, we became a moving crew? Thanks, Reen. Definitely not got, like, other things to do. We're just a bit too nice. Just a bit. Wow, they actually decorated the place nicely. Class VII helped Vincent and Riviera Court staff move their supplies. They opened up a shop in a corner of the harbour, albeit in less than perfect condition. I mean, that looks quite a nice location, I don't know. I guess it's not right next to the entrance of the city and the train station. But it looks quite nice. Led by Margarita, the staff of Riviera Court raised their glasses in a toast. We and the others joined in the festivities and wished them good luck with their new storefront. Actually, I've got to say, that might be even a better look at... Hi! Thanks to all of you, we've managed to successfully reopen. I've said this already, but I truly wish to express my thanks. Thank you all so very, very much. My pleasure. Looks like Margarita's back to her old self. I don't think I'll ever get used to this. Of course, I'm grateful to you as well, Vincent. I'll give you a relaxing shoulder rub later as well. Oh no, I couldn't possibly impose, especially since my shoulders are not stiff at all. You actually made a complete 180 from earlier. Oh, please don't make this any harder than it already is. I already knew about this, but the heart cannot be so easily swayed. You shouldn't allow physical appearance to distract you. Allow me to express my thanks as well. You truly saved us in our hour of need. Riviera's Court's long and venerable history, we've never faced such a trial as this. We must be prepared to face even more challenges going forward. We shan't falter. I swear it on the honour of Falls and the Flawed family. Same goes for me. Vincent and I are going to make Riviera Court a bigger success than ever. Vincent. Margarita. Wow. We'll be looking forward to seeing what you do from here on. From the sound of things, you'll have your fair share of challenges coming up as well. Take care of yourselves. I know you have it in you to succeed. Riviera Runaround is complete. We obtain a holy symbol. And 5,000 mirror. Force unity rating has increased. And there's a standoff. What's at the shop? Thanks to you, we've safely moved into our new storefront, and now we can stay in business a little longer. It's not as fancy as our previous store, but it looks on everything, right? It looks pretty good. We'll all work hard to one day restore Riviera Court to its former glory. Almost wherever you lay your hat, I'm sure we'll get used to it in time. No matter how I look at it, he's totally forcing himself to look optimistic. Still, it's a relief to see that he's just the same as ever. Yeah, something tells me he's going to be fine. I think our permit disappeared due to a mistake on our part. It's embarrassing that I suspect Glycine of doing something. Maybe. Ah, now we can buy better gear, but only minorly better? And less speed. So overall it's like a 15 defense upgrade, but you trade 15 strength for 10 speed with 10 ADF. I don't actually think it's worth switching. But there's some gloves for Kurt. Anything else? You can buy pendulums. I don't think it's worth buying the next tier of gear. Yet. None of this would have happened if I hadn't made you mail the relocation notices. I'm so sorry, Hereford. Oh no, Citrine, this is my fault. I should have been better prepared. Furthermore, I should be apologizing for pushing you so hard. You're originally employed as a maid of the Flawed family, not here. I had to consider pushing you so hard once more, and now there's a possibility I'd make another mistake, but let's continue to work hard together, in moderation, of course. Of course, sir. Storehouse is still a mess, and there's so much to do. First of all, I'll have to make amends with everyone who was affected by this incident. I'll go with you. Very well, let's be on our way. Okay, no more dialogue there. Right, as I said, we've got a book. We haven't read one last time, so we're right at the end of an episode, as it were, in terms of time. So we should read the book we've got before engaging with these two lovely, lovely lovebirds. It finally happened. We haven't got another book, so it's like not securing a bedtime story, but we didn't read a bedtime story last time, so we've got to read one now, kinda. Day late, $1 short, right? 6 pages, let's do it. Chapter 2 of If You Say Goodbye at Any Cost. Over the next 2 years, Sai made countless trips to the cemetery. Every time he'd lay toys on Martha's grave, who got run over by a horse-drawn carriage if I remember correctly, and the graves of other children, hoping for a chance to see them laugh and play again as they had in life. It's only polite to share, right, Martha? These kids don't seem to like my toys so much, though. What am I doing wrong? Day after day, Sai would speak to the empty air in front of the little gravestone. One day, he was sure he'd come back to find that toys moved or disappeared, that he was getting through to his old friend. That day never came. Maybe it's the materials I'm using. Is that why you can't touch these? If we think about it that way, then his head alive with new ideas, Sai left the toys and shuffled back to his workshop to try something new. Time marched onward, and the young toy maker continued to place offerings at the grave to no avail. Then one evening, as the sun was going down, something occurred to him. An idea very different from his usual way of thinking. If I could only find a way to give you a body again, you could play with these just fine. Why had he thought of that before? Finally, he had a direction to take his research. 30 long years went by. Sai went like a man possessed, barely eating or sleeping. His workshop deteriorated into a grimy, chaotic mess. His body became thin and emaciated. But he worked on, chasing after every last scrap of arcane knowledge he could find. He was determined to see Martha again, no matter the cost. It was a cold, crisp morning as Sai walked along the all-too-familiar path to Martha's grave. A complex mess of steel and wires held under his arm. This was the result of his labours, a device that could, in theory, be used to give a spirit physical form. He switched it on, and it began to emit a strange noise. It started as a low-pitched drone, but gradually got higher and higher, penetrating through the air, through stone buildings, even through living flesh. It was as if the whole of reality was being strained to its breaking point. The machine stopped, and Sai looked around him. He didn't see Martha anywhere. Did it work? Something in the air did feel different. Picking up his device, Sai skulked away to investigate. Even before he reached town, it was obvious that all was not well. It was too quiet. Even at this time of day, there should be crowds of people bustling around as they made their way to work. Sure enough, the streets were full of people now, but every last one of them had fallen to the ground. They lay there motionless, as if the life had been drained out of them, leaving only empty husks. What is this? I was trying to convert souls into physical matter, not this. So why? Sai felt his knees begin to buckle as he began to realize the full horror of what he had done. He ran throughout the town, desperate to find another living human. There had to be somebody out there besides him. No, this is all wrong. This wasn't meant to happen. Sai sank to his knees as despair gripped his heart. They were all gone. He spent his life trying to make contact with the dead, and now he was the only living man left. So our kid's story continues. Yeah. Children's book. Thanks for reading Class 7, our worries are finally over. So let's make the most of this moment of quiet and enjoy ourselves, Vincent. Yes, that is to say, I still have a fair few things that concern me. But I suppose it couldn't hurt to settle down for a moment before taking action. Not to mention, it is rather difficult to relax in the face of a still daunting personality. Oh, and speaking of settling down, are any of you familiar with the card game Vantage Masters? Sure, even have a deck of my own. Do now. To tell you the truth, I've been playing it whenever I find a free moment to work. It really is habit forming. If you're interested, perhaps we could rekindle our old Class 1 versus Class 7 rivalry. I imagine we're both quite busy, but it might make for an enjoyable diversion. Sure, but you remember who came out on top in that rivalry, right? I'm the Master! Blade Master. You can now play Vantage Master against Vincent. Next up, nothing else dialogue-wise. Just the thing to offer new peculiar dishes. Right then, I guess it's time for a duel. No, I pressed the wrong button again. Duel. Sure, why not? I don't think I need to... I think my cards are good. I really don't think I need to edit anything else in at this point. We could put in a Giabro. What would I switch out for it, though? I really think the Hephaestus is kind of crap. But then I've got way too many Earth cards, haven't I? Is there any cool fire ones I could put in instead? That'll be another Blix. Let's put in a Giabro. Can I put a Thief Null in? Instead of a Pellet, maybe? I'm really not sure about the Uptide at the moment. Reduce halves the mana cost of one card in your hands? Kind of... eh. Yeah, I don't really need to mess with my cards. Proceeds to mess with cards. I've got loads of Blixes. I don't need all the Blixes. Okay, I'll put the blooming card back. It was a fire one I had, wasn't it? Let's go have another Kyrie Bell. Why not? I'll stick with Bard, because Bard's pretty tasty. Is this Bard versus Bard?
The game is afoot.
Bard on Bard action, Vincent! I don't want to go first! Well, that's good. That's good. Maybe not so good. Yeah. One card from each element means I can possibly play with things. Oh, and I also start with 4 magic. So do I go with a Blix first? Because it costs more to summon in. Best I can do on that turn, isn't it? Do you like the Bard House 3? Says you will put the other card back, proceeds to change cards, yeah. That's interesting. You've got 4 cards in your hand, but you've not called any yet. That's really worrying, actually. What's going on there, then? You're just going to keep me sealed so I can never do anything? Would surprise me. I can actually get rid of the seal, but I won't yet. I'll continue setting up. Might want to put the power on sale on the back with the Epharion, I don't know. I mean, I can just seal and remove seal next turn. Interesting for him to spend his mana that way. What cards he got up his sleeve that I'm not aware of here? Fire. Unfortunately, I don't have any water at the moment. The Blix has been sealed. The Dumdala has to die. There's a Zamel Pen for the front line. So 0 damage because it only does 1. So that works out quite nicely. Yeah, Ferion can power up. I could also summon the Gwyn Possin. I've got a full everything. Ah, yeah, but that. That's fine. Do damage, then we can seal them, we can just attack in next round. Looking like a win. I've got the medic to counter any seal here. The Kyrie Bell can go first turn, remember, so that's probably the Gin Posted. The power and sell. The card I least cared about being attacked got attacked. Especially because I just drew another one. I could unseal the Artharion now that I don't have anything issues going on with that. And then next turn's kill. That was a quick game. A very, very quick game. Oh, never mind. And the pellet can heal the seal. They were keeping their anti-seal in. That's kind of interesting. Alright, a magic crystal to buff someone even further. The question comes as to how I get rid of these guys fast. I can do 3 damage there. Upgrade the Blix a bit more. The Gwyn Post can survive attacking into that. Got another card into the inventory. I can only attack the back row pellet to clear up the board with that. Heal your seal again this time, I dare you. He did actually cut down 1 card from the board with all that. So he's just using loads of heaven cards. What's that? What just happened? The bonus mana? Oh, he buffed the card that can't move. Tarbis is new. Right, Tarbis. When this card leaves, draw a card. Eh. Five. 2. Blix finishes the job, but we'll give you a card because we're friendly like that. Domination.
Well, well. Seems I've misjudged you.
We got some Tarbises. Yeah, he's dead on that turn. And no new dialogue. Right then.